for joining me again for another video. My name is Ruschelle. If you're new, I do lifestyle videos. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that whenever I post, you'll be the first to know. So today, we'll be discussing a very taboo topic, at least in Jamaica, that is. Taboo and very sensitive. We'll be speaking about delayed pregnancy or infertility in marriage. We wanted to stir things up a bit about things that persons don't talk about or probably tend to shy away from. We wanted to bring some awareness to this topic, alright? I had somebody who was willing to share their story, and so here we are today. But before we go though, it's not okay to be constantly or randomly asking persons about when they're having children, because sometimes persons genuinely are experiencing a challenge to conceive, right? So you may think that conception is easy because you hear a lot about unplanned pregnancy. Well, no, it's not as easy as you think. There are persons who desire to have kids, but it just don't happen or probably won't happen, right? So let us not pressure people into constantly asking and questioning them, when are they gonna have kids? If they want you to know, they'll let you know. So today, as I said before, I have somebody who's willing to share their story, and I hope this brings some insight as to how we treat people, how we say things, and to be a bit more sensitive about the whole situation. Keep watching, guys.
Hello, hi guys, my name is Nashika Morgan. I'm married to Andre Morgan for the past 10 years. This year will be 11 years. Yes. We are I have one daughter, and of course I am a young grandmother, but my daughter is not in our union before we got together. Andre and I have been married for 10 years, as I said before, and our beginning of our marriage, we were just enjoying our marriage and all of that. But as time goes by, the question will come up. So no children, no baby yet. When are you guys going to have a child? And we would just brush it off because it was the early part of our marriage, like the first year and the first 2 years. So we never paid much mind. But then the questions become more and more and more. And with disrespect, of course, people start to disrespect us, especially me, because when people look at a couple, they don't see the problem with the man. So they say, so when are you giving the man a child? Or when are you getting pregnant? And these questions are asked by various of people, family members, in-laws, church members, of course, co-workers, and even strangers. For me, it has been a big issue. I have been depressed about it, especially at one point when I was at church. A member of the church asked me to hold their child, just had baby, just returned to church, asked me to hold the baby because they wanted to use the bathroom. And here am I sitting with the baby, still listening to the word. It was a night service. And this person just came from their seat. They were sitting way at the back. I remember because I passed and I called to the person before. And they were sitting way at the back. And the person just came and just whispered behind me and said, give the people them pitney. It's down here so the people them pitney. You wanna go breathe. And I became so numb. It's like nobody else there in the room. I don't remember that I was in church. I just sit there. I was just there waiting for the young lady to come for a child. And normally with me, I would be very outburst. But that moment I couldn't say anything because I'm in church. And the tone and the way the person approached me, it was just, I was dumbstruck. Of course, I have situations where me and my husband and I, we are invited to parties, and when we go there, it's not about the birthday party of the host or whoever keeping the party. It's about me and him. Not we were a big entertainment to them. And my husband is a very quiet, reserved type of person. We talk with friends and all of that, but not very often. And we couldn't even defend ourselves because we didn't know what to say. We were like surrounded by a group of men and some females. And some were like, most of the blame was on me. The man forgot to breed somebody else. Or they take the people them son and married to them and you can't give the man a child. All I'm gonna marry now, and they were not saying pregnant. I'm sorry if I'm using this term, I'm sounding vulgar, but that is how it was. Yeah, man, breed. And some of them were like, you sure send out the man of the problem? And when I looked at Andre, you know, because I'm laughing sarcastically, it's not a real laugh. I'm hungry, I'm upset, but you don't want to
not showing it.
Show any emotion. And I looked at Tangerine and the only thing I said, are you ready? Let us go. And these are people that my husband grew up with, friends with for years. And I went home and I was so mad. Ruschelle, I was so mad because I'm saying, I cried first. I am there talking to Andre, and we're saying, why is this such a big topic? Nobody ever see us and said to us, oh, is married life? Oh, is it? You know, give me some pointers of if I choose to get married. Nobody. It was just like the main issue of being married is to have a child, is to be pregnant. And it's not that something that my husband and I we discuss, not that we don't discuss it, not that we don't see it as an issue for ourselves, yes, but we have done some tests, the result came back, it's okay, it's just not happening as yet, Ruschelle. And we ask God, you know, but then the word of God says, be anxious for nothing. So as Christians, we have to live up faith and believe that it's going to happen soon. You understand? But, girl, there are sleepless nights. Let me tell you about, for me, I didn't want to have sex anymore. Because to me, having sex is about getting pregnant. So when we going to have sex, it's not about that new union, that God bless union. It's not that excitement. It's just that we are trying to prove ourselves because
like a job now.
But yes, it's that job now because we want people to get off our backs and stop bothering us.
Understand.
Okay, I went to a stage where I thought I was pregnant, no period. So okay, me I watch it. 3 months, no period. So we said, okay, pregnancy. So we decided to do the pregnancy test now. There was no pregnant. We're not pregnant. And we asked the doctor says, anxiety will let you feel this way. And then false pregnancy will make you feel like have all the symptoms, the craving, the food. And then Ruschelle, when I got that result, Andre have to be comforting me because I died. And if I want to talk to nobody, I don't want to come out of my room, I'm just depressed. But then we passed that. We said, okay, all right, we're going to try other doctors. A friend of mine told me about UA, and we have gone to UA. The same results. Everything all right. Everything this, everything that. They even went on all right. They're going to tell us some other options. And Ruschelle, when I come home, I said, God, me and Andre have them money there. For them up and there. So if everything is all right, we're going to wait for you. We're going from here. Yes, I started 80. I didn't want to have period. When my period come, I cry. Yes, I cry, girl. Oh my God.
Like, why to come? You're not supposed to come.
Yes. So yes, and for Andre, it bothers him a lot. I can only speak for me and what he has told me, but you know, men don't really express themselves a lot.
Yeah.
You know, well, I remember one time, you know, we're flesh of flesh. We keep our secret. So I'm not going to embarrass Andre, and Andre is not going to really embarrass me. You know? Mm-hmm. So when we go to like family dinners or the family gathering, okay, we sit there and we enjoy ourselves, and here am I waiting and not knowing that Andre is waiting on the moment for the topic to come up. And then when the topic come up, the whole atmosphere changed. We don't want to go too much in our business, you understand, with them. But then they didn't ask any question like, so you go doctor or anything. No, man. So we are wait for Mary. How long you plan to give me nephew one child? How long you plan to give me one grandbaby? You understand?
Yeah.
Them something. Or nobody is pointing finger on Andre. The most finger is pointed at me.
Yeah, typically the ladies get the blame.
And I feel helpless. Helpless, Ruschelle. So my church recently, or for the past 2 to 3 years, all the couples who got married start having children. And Ruschelle, at one point I don't want to come to church, because so I wait for Mary. Are you next Mary? Yeah, it's the everybody who got married after you have children, who just married a while ago, just pregnant. Where you wait for now? How long you Andre married now? And somebody said something, was like, if Andre was my son and married to you so long, and you can produce a child, may I encourage my son to go breed somebody else.
Not knowing.
And this, you see, when stranger does it, Ruschelle,
not so bad.
Hurt. When family member do it, it hurts.
Yeah.
But there's a difference when your brethren do it, because I think there is should be a more common ground understanding with Christians, because we are no longer in darkness, we're in the light, and we know the truth.
Right.
Understand that we know that things don't work on our term, it works on God's term. You understand? And that we're sitting and waiting on God, because we have to use wisdom, but we tried everything. You understand? And this person is a Christian, and you're going to encourage infidelity in my marriage.
Yes. What are you promoting? Yeah. What are you promoting exactly?
What are you promoting? The person was like, yes, if my son did marry to you and you can produce a picnic for my son, me I got tell him to go breed somebody out here. Yes, go get somebody pregnant.
And person just need to know them stance and know them distance. Some persons just talk too much. Right.
And then this is a good moment at church. You're just going at church, you just worship.
Have the spirit and everything.
Yes, and this person just comes from Ruschelle like that and drop things. No. Provocation. And then, knowing Mary coming from a way back, I'm coming from afar, Ruschelle, with my temperament and my thin skin attitude. I couldn't even say nothing. I was just silent for reasons. I didn't want to draw any attention, because I don't know if anybody else is seeing the same thing.
Yeah.
And of course, I felt embarrassed sometimes, and I feel insecure sometimes. No, man. Maybe I choose she attack, Andre shouldn't have married me. Maybe Andre should have married to somebody else. The question, the doubting, and I just became numb. And when she said that, encourage infidelity, you know, something happened in my marriage last year, and all of those things start to
play back.
You
start blaming yourself even more now.
Ruschelle, yeah. I'm trying not to cry, please.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah. You know, people are just cruel sometimes. And it asks me, I ask myself question, Sarah, and the treatment that she got. I was wondering, I wonder if it is as cruel
as what you're going
as it is now, because I don't know, but I can just put myself in Sarah's shoes and say, oh my God, imagine her. And I just want to encourage people that when somebody get married, allow them to enjoy that part.
Yeah.
Don't encourage infidelity. Don't encourage doubt. Don't encourage don't bully us. Don't force us to live by your standard, because as I said before, when we start having sex in the bedroom, it's like I didn't want to have sex in the work, because like that part of it is just a work, and not the enjoyment. So it's like we start to prove ourselves. Embarrassment. Don't see us and embarrass us openly like that. Come to us, encourage us, share your experience. You know, especially at church. I love my church family. And I know the Bible said not all Israel is Israel. And I know the devil at times will just come and send a thorn to stuck you. And sometimes Ruschelle is stuck so deep.
Yeah, because it affects you so much. That's why
it affects, yes. And I saw a posting of a friend since week, that's why I call you, where she said soon to be mom. Hopefully. Because people has been asking her. And I was saying, what, the people in just married not almost 2 years. Come on, man.
It's all pressure, man.
Pressure. And I'm saying, what if a person should be married for 10 years like me and not able to? Not able to. And I'm saying, count it as a blessing that you are able to, your children are able to, because maybe your child or your grandchild have been married to somebody, they are able to. Count it as a blessing.
Yeah.
And a little encouragement, or just leave us alone.
Yeah,
just leave us alone. Yeah, just leave us alone. Well, you know, we just want to come, want to worship, we want to live, we want to go about our ways, our daily ways in the community. Sunday, I was standing by my wall, and this person just said, oh, I was going to say Happy Mother's Day to you, but it don't make no sense because you're no mother. I was like...
Person's just rude. My God.
But still, I was like... I said, okay then. And Andre was there washing the van, and he said to me, don't say anything. I said, I wasn't going to say anything because of course I'm a mother.
Exactly.
I am a mother. I have a 22-year-old daughter. It's just that you and I don't have any child together. That doesn't mean that I'm not a mother.
Well, you know, there are other persons who are mothering kids who is not their biological child. They cannot say they're not a mother. They're mothering somebody just the same.
Talking about my 22-year-old daughter. At age 17, she got pregnant. And that was another story for me, Ruschelle. So here am I trying to get pregnant, my husband and I, and my teenage daughter is in high school, got pregnant. People have made it a mockery. Saluting my daughter. Yeah, man. Them not see the fact that she got pregnant in high school, which was a devastation for me because my daughter was just entering fifth form and should be do sexy, and I'm looking for that excitement to come. Yes, man. Finally, man, one little baby in the house. And yeah, man, the only can go take the child and raise the child as full own. So when Israel born, my husband, well, when she got pregnant, Andre was like standoffish because of the comment, not because she got pregnant. Yes, we were upset as parents, but because of all those comments, Andre didn't want to raise somebody else's child. Andre wanted to raise his child. And then my daughter left after the baby was born, 5 months old. And when I'm traveling, going to the bus stop for my gate, it was like, yeah, man, the best thing your daughter could have done. Because I don't waste time. Hear me heartbroken that my daughter got pregnant and leave the child on me. And to deal with that. Even though, Ruschelle, even though Angie and I wanted a child for herself, it was not something that I prepared for. You understand? Maybe if the child was growing in me, that would have been a different situation. Then yes, I'm prepared for that. But it wasn't something that I prepared for. It was a challenge at first. And I'm going about my business and all sort of thing going in my mind. When I hope she come back where she is. And this is the only thing you guys can see. It's about 2 years now that Andre have finally come to terms of really accepting that Mary, guess what? We're gonna raise Israel, take care of him. And you know what? If God allows us to have a child, then we have a child.
Yeah.
But easier, and we're gonna take care of him because this child is going to call us mommy and daddy. His first words was daddy, and Andre was the person daddy. Understand? And so we're gonna raise the child as ours and take care of him. And my daughter don't have an issue with it. She smiles. Yes. But that's not what we wanted. And I don't know what plans God have for us, Ruschelle, and I don't know what plan God have in this situation, but we're going to make the best of it.
Yeah.
I just want to tell people that just love us and bless us, and more importantly, pray for us.
Yeah. Before you go, I had 2 questions that I wanted to ask. I wanted to know if did the whole infertility or the delayed pregnancy, did it affect your marriage in any way?
The infertility affect my marriage in any way. As I said, there was an encouragement of, if my son did marry to you, I would have encouraged him to look at other people. Right? And it was not only from that church member, but it seems like other people were talking to my husband that I don't know about, you know? And it seems to be that with other issues, because the infertility, I said I didn't want to have sex anymore. I didn't want to touch me because I just feel that, in my opinion, when I go to bed and we're making love, it's a more about not making love, it's a more about process of getting me pregnant, and that enjoyment has kind of fade away.
Yeah.
There were times when we do family gathering and they were like pointing fingers at me and asking me this question. I feel that you don't want to embarrass me because you don't want to talk about certain things, and I don't want to embarrass you because I don't want to talk about certain things. But I feel that though Andre is kind of quiet and reserved, I think he could be more defending on me. No, don't talk to my wife like that. And so when we come home, there was a little
tension.
Right. So yes, it affects it in some ways. And then I said that encouragement, and I said, mentioned that something happened last year that I thought my marriage was on the verge of ending after 10 years. Understand? So yes, it did affect. It affect, but I talked to some people, my bishop, Bishop Evan Mullins, and I spoke to a dear friend. I didn't know that this person would have come with such encouragement in her time when she was feeling depressed. Thanks to you, Ruschelle, because you were having some challenging at that time with your daughter being born and all of that. You spoke about it on your last posting, and you came through for me, Ruschelle. Yes. So thank be to God. My husband and I, our marriage is solid. Thanks to prayer.
Yeah.
Thanks to prayer.
Yeah.
We're getting there, and we said to ourselves, we're not going to let this thing break us.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. One more question. Does seeing a person with a baby though, does it affect you in any way? Or you've gone past that, or did it affect you affect the prayer?
It affects me when my grandson born.
Oh, the big, okay.
It affects me because as I seen Andre with Israel, I said for the past 2 years we have made a full decision. But before that, because remember my daughter had left, and he helped me changing the diaper, making a feed, keeping him while I run to town to come back. You probably seen him with Israel at church, right? A lot of people seen him with Israel at church, and I looked at it and I said, wow, my husband would have been a great dad.
He's a great dad.
Well,
I know what you mean.
Yes. If we were able to have our own children, our own child, yes, I see that. And then, yes, church, as I spoke about recently, everybody having babies, yes, yeah.
How about like your faith though? Like,
pardon?
How about like your faith in God, like as it's probably ever wavered, like why God? I mean, a Christian couple doing everything, why would not God give you a child to do, to raise a Christian child and stuff like that? Has it ever affected your faith?
Yes, Ruschelle, and it hit me the most the last year. The point where I didn't know what was going on in my marriage. I didn't know what was I questioned God. I was mad with God. I didn't even want to pray anymore, Ruschelle. I didn't pray anymore. I didn't take up my Bible anymore, and I didn't want to come to church. After a while, it's like a backslide. Yes, there was a short part, but then oh God, thanks for my bishop, as I said, and my mother. There was an prayer meeting at my house. One Saturday we were here, and my mom came with 2 ladies to pray. And one of the ladies, I've never met her before, my husband, but she spoke to somebody, and this person was, at the time she spoke to the person, this person was having a friend over, and that they said, my sister called me to go and pray, help her pray with her daughter, so she invited the lady to come and pray. Okay. And the lady came and she prayed, Ruschelle, and I had to ask my mother, did you say something to the person? Because everything was just eating. The hammer was eating. And I was in awe of God. I sat there and I cried, and my husband cried for the first time in our Christian life, because even when the prayer meeting was over and they left, 2-3 days, Andre keep asking me, "You sure you know the lady? You sure you never said nothing to anybody?" Even asked my mother. My mother said, "No, I would not do that, because I just said to the lady, I want her to come and pray, and whatever God lay on your heart, just speak." But this other person is not even the sister who my mother called to pray with us did anything much. It's the other person. This person just began to walk in the territory of the enemy. And trust me, deliverance has come. And I started to come to church, and all those people know, so them to me and come to church, them just feel say, I want them things there. I started to come to church, and I started to lead myself back into the presence of God. And of course, Ruschelle, I repented, because I told you that I felt like I backslidden.
Yeah.
I repented. I said, "God, who am I to ever even question you? Who am I? You know, it's not me that made me, it's you make me, and you know everything about me." And according to Jeremiah 29 verse 11, you know the plans and the thoughts you have for me. You understand? So, yes. So,
okay.
I'm getting there. Getting back, Stella getting her groove back. Our joy and our peace, because we are learning to deal with it. And yeah.
All right. I'm so happy that you decided to share this story, Nashika. And because many persons out there, as it is, they don't understand what people go through. Persons can just be rude for no reason at all. Society can be horrible. Like, I mean, when I had my child, like, something I say, like, I'm never sure if you wanted to have a child, because society people just blatantly rude. They don't think about the things that they say. You don't know how you can be hurting somebody, right? So, you know, this, even the old suicide, because I remember once I saw this video of a little boy that he said that he killed himself because simple things that we might take for granted, himself, if them ugly, like, he literally believes them ugly. And so persons have self-esteem problem. We just need to be mindful of what we say to people and try to be encouraging rather than bashing persons. If you're not happy, why bash you? Just ask you, like, what's happening, you know, nice and privately. And if I want to tell you, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
It's not go around bashing people and and stuff like that.
Yeah, because even the word of God tells us that if we have nothing good to say, we must say nothing at all.
Right?
Yeah, so it's true. If I don't want to say anything, then leave it alone. Don't assume or jump to your own conclusion, or don't make it your issue. It's not your business, not your problem, right?
Right. So I want to thank you, Nashika, for sharing this story. Thank you for your boldness, of course, because a lot of persons are not willing to talk about this, but this video might just bring more awareness, you know, and get persons encouraged to speak more about the challenges that they have and things that they go through. And so hopefully, we pray and hope that persons will be more sensitive of the situation. So to wrap up, let us just be mindful of the things we say and the advice that we give, because there are persons who are genuinely struggling in this area, right, to conceive a child, and there are persons who are just waiting. Let us not use societal pressures to force persons or to allow persons to feel bad because they're doing what they're going through. Let us try to just give advice, encouragement, and if you can't do so, just pray for the person, right? So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, to share, and to subscribe. That's it until next time. Bye.